Up everybody, it's the GameDix here, and today we are getting into our first ever solo challenge run. And it just happens to be with my favorite Pokemon, Koffing, on my favorite game, Fire Red. Now, before we get too into the video, I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone for the support and getting us to 500 subs. This is just the beginning of a special series for reaching 500. As I might have some more challenges based on your guys' suggestions. Now, on to the Koffing run. Koffing, he's an interesting Pokemon. His HP, special defense, speed, all terrible. His attack and special attack are decent, which allows us to use all types of moves, which doesn't let the pre-gen force physical special split hamper us too much. Now, on to Koffing's strength. His defense stat, it's good. It's really solid, allowing us to tank a few hits on the physical side. His also has his ability to levitate, which could prove very helpful, being able to completely avoid all ground moves. That might make the Giovanni fights easy. Koffing's biggest move pool is his strength. It's diverse. Toxic, there's Thunderbolt, there's Return, there's Shadow Ball, there's Flamethrower, there's Fire Blast. There's not much he can't hit. Some of them are in the game corner, so as long as we're careful with our money, we should be able to get all of the ones we need. Now, on to the challenge. For our rival, I had to choose a starter that Koffing was gonna fight. Bulbasaur was the same type. I didn't feel like Bulbasaur had too many strengths to take on Koffing, so Bulbasaur out of the question. Next up, between Charizard and Blastoise, I didn't feel like there was a true stronger option. I did give the slight edge to Charizard for two reasons. One, Charizard is more offensive, so with Fire Blast, it's more likely to attack Koffing's weak special defense. The second reason, the way more important reason, is Charizard is my other favorite Pokemon, and the true original. So every rival fight will be a battle of my favorites. Koffing's first challenge is Brock. Only having Smog and Tackle to do damage is not great. Both are physical moves that will do nothing to Onix's only stat, but I don't think it's impossible. Koffing starts with Poison Gas, guaranteeing that both of Brock's Pokemon will die within a set amount of turns. The question, though, is can Koffing's defense pull through? Well, that Geodude you see right there, it's not Brock's. In a completely embarrassing fashion, we struggle and lose to the junior trainer in front of Brock. That basically destroys all confidence I have in a Brock attempt. I need more levels, and I only have one other trainer I can fight. The rival back on Route 22, so I trek all the way back through Viridian Forest, battling every single wild Pokemon in the way. How about the rival fight? There's no way this could go bad. Well, thanks to Pidgey's Sand Attack and already low accuracy of most of my moves, it did get close. I'm starting to think I might need Sludge to have any chance against Brock. Well, let's retry the junior fight. Okay, that didn't go too bad. What about Brock? Turn 1, Poison Gas, miss. Accuracy is really getting frustrating. Turn 2, we land a Poison Gas. Now, the fight is basically out of our hands. Tackle won't do much regardless of what Geodude does, so we really need to tank hits and hope he defense curls. Hey, we managed to take Geodude out, but we don't have much HP for Onix. With the level up though, we're at 13. He tackles, 3 damage. That's not too bad. We hit Poison Gas, another 3 damage. And he binds, which, although it does 2 damage, it is the scarier due to the residual effects. And eventually, we do go down. But you know what? That was not too bad. I do notice a better way to gain experience. Since it does look quite easy to beat Geodude, I can keep losing the fight, but gain way more than the forest bugs are giving. And after 2 more attempts and reaching level 14, it might be possible. Not much has changed though. Our stats are slightly better, but we're still using Poison Gas and hoping to stall both Pokemon out. And this fight doesn't start well. We miss a Poison Gas. Luckily, Geodude just uses Defense Curl, a move that will have 0 impact. Our next Poison Gas does hit, and luckily Geodude Defense Curls again. Now we wait. Tackle. Doesn't do much, but it's our strongest and most accurate attacking move. Geodude defense curls again. We won't be able to leave completely not damaged, but if Geodude uses 6, that is the best possible chance we have. Brock uses number 4. Whoa! And there's number 5. Poison will take him to yellow, halfway, and Geodude tackles. 4 damage. Not too bad. The next tackle misses. Is luck on our side? Let's go! Defense curl number 6. Geodude is now in the red. I think only 1 turn left. 4 more damage from Geodude, and the poison takes him out. Now on to Onix. Even with all this health, this still comes down to luck. And speaking of luck, Onix misses tackle, and we land Poison Gas. Onix being faster also helps us by lessening the chance of stab, Rock Tomb, but does make bind likely. Turn 2, bind, but misses. We need this luck. He tackles. The 3 damage is less than Geodude. Turn 4, another tackle as our poison drags him to yellow. Another tackle. We might be in the clear. A bind misses, and that does it. Onix is way too low to make any sort of a comeback. We did get quite a bit lucky in this fight, but I'm still shocked seeing how bad we struggled against the camper. I was expecting to have to grind until Sludge, but with only a couple resets and reaching level 14, we actually did it. Now, on to Mount Moon. We're not quite out of the woods yet. Even though Brock was a huge threat, we still have our second biggest enemy, accuracy. Now, I already had a plan for this, and that just happened to be the move Thief. It's not strong, but it does help in other ways. Rock doesn't resist it, and it's special. If only I could have had this against Brock. What is our biggest enemy, you might ask? Well, it's me. This is my first ever solo challenge, and although the greats like Madrybid, Scott's Thoughts, and JRose11 have inspired me from watching their videos, I still make mistakes. I forget to save before fights that could be tough. I keep my HM Mon in my party when I have no HMs yet. I run back into Mount Moon again without depositing them. I'm new at this. I will probably continue making mistakes like this till the end, but do not worry. I make the best decision and take the best fossil, the Dome Fossil. And through all that, I make it to Cerulean. Right now, I'm not super confident about Misty or our rival, but 2 more levels away from finally a good poison move. I think battling the trainers in Misty's gym is necessary. And we're half a level short. Okay, I'll try our rival. Turn 1, Pidgeotto tackles me. Better than Sand Attack, but I can't land Poison Gas. Quick Attack. We eat that. And another Poison Gas. Miss, of course. 3rd time's the charm. We finally connect. It's probably too late. Pidgeotto takes us to the yellow, and our tackle does decent damage. Another, and Pidgeotto is almost down. And a final one knocks out Pidgeotto, but we're down to 12 HP. Abra is easy, just a couple thieves. Then Rattata takes out a half our remaining health with Quick Attack. And one final one knocks us out. You know, I think with Sludge, we have an easy fight. We're so close to level 21, so a few wild Pokemon should do the trick. With Sludge now acquired, how will we do? Turn 1, Sand Attack. Oh boy. We hit Sludge for solid damage, but then we proceed to miss not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 consecutive Sludges. It's not even worth it. Rewind. Let's forget that attempt ever happened. This time, Pidgeotto goes for tackle. Thank you. Our Sludge does more than half, and with another tackle, our accuracy remains untouched. Abra's still easy. Don't worry, that won't last for long. Rattata does land a tackle, but Sludge is an OHKO. Last but not least, Charmander. Ember does decent damage against us, but Sludge is a 2-shot, so Charmander crits and knocks us out, of course. Ouch. Our next fight, Rattata crits us. Another Charmander crit, then a Pidgeotto crit. And then finally, in an attempt where Pidgeotto Sand Attacks us, we land all of our hits and win the fight. Now, I still don't feel confident against Misty, so let's head up to Bill's and gain a few levels along the way. At level 25, I attempt Misty. Staryu hardens, making Sludge weaker, but it still takes her to red. Misty potions. I thief to prevent a heal fest. Water pulse. Ugh. That did a bit, and no, confusion. I forgot to put the berry on. Sludge luckily connects, knocking Staryu out. Darmy's water pulse does so much. But even without poison, Sludge is a 2-shot. Misty takes us out. Attempt number 2. Staryu hardens again, but this time I sludge. Twice, hoping for a crit or poison to avoid water pulse. We can fight Starmie at full health, and hanging on with 7 HP, we take her down. Those levels on Nugget Bridge were actually really crucial. And then we begin to cruise. Trainer fights easy. The SSN rival did beat us due to outplaying us with Disable, but once I realized to use Thief to knock out Pidgeotto, that was easy. Okay, Surge. I'm semi-nervous, our attacks are accurate and feeling strong. But on the other hand, Surge's special attacks are going to hurt. Voltorb leads the party. Shockwave. Not too bad, and our Sludge is way too strong. Next up, Pikachu. Double team. Sludge connects for the 1-shot. Last but not least, Raichu. Comes out and uses double team. Sludge does about 75%. And then Shockwave just does so much. We just need to hit. And in traditional Koffing fashion, we miss. Is it even possible for us to do a boss fight without at least 2 attempts? Voltorb, Pikachu, go about the same. Raichu again, and if it couldn't be worse, it uses Thunder Wave. We break through the first one. Raichu's Shockwaves us down to 14 HP. We need this hit. And let's go! We get it. Surge defeated, 3 gyms complete, and a new move acquired, Shockwave, for those pesky water types. As we begin to breeze through Rock Tunnel, let me explain how Koffing and Weezing became my favorite Pokemon. It all started back in 2015. Competitive draft leagues were massive, and creators that I was watching like Shady Penguin and A-Drive were taking part in it. I also found some creators that personally helped inspire me to create videos, Seabad and Old Man Tup. Those draft leagues were restricted to content creators, but I wanted to join in the fun. And that's when I created the RBL, Random Battle League, and I went to school, invited my friends, and we had a league. The format was a little rough early on, and in Season 1, your team was randomized completely with any Pokemon available, from Magnemite to Jirachi. Now, your teams weren't stuck like that. You could get points weekly to evolve Pokemon or completely reroll them, but I started with the league's MVP, Weezing. My friends hated how devastating I made him. Max defense, Will-O-Wisp, Black Sludge, physical mons couldn't touch him. And that's when Weezing and I became a pair. I created a total of 15 different sets for him, depending on the matchup. The connection clicked so instantly that I actually named my team the Golden State Weezings. And to this day, he is still my favorite. Now back to our regularly scheduled program, Erika. She should be the first to break the 2-attempt curse. Erika starts with Victory Bell and Giga Drains. Okay, that did a bit. Sludge looks to be a 3-shot. Turn 2, Acid. Erika might be throwing. Sludge unfortunately takes her to red, causing her to heal. She acids again. We take her back to red, and then she paralyzes us. Not again. Victory Bell goes down. Tangela ingrains, and we broke through with the 1-shot. Can we hit Vileplume? She Giga Drains. Decent damage. We're now at yellow, and we're paralyzed. And this is where Erika throws even harder. 3 acids in a row, letting us hold on and beat her. The curse has been lifted. Onto the Rocket Hideout now. Let's test it out. The biggest issue is damage we can deal. Sludge is resisted in physical, and then Shockwave will do nothing. The good news for us is Onix can't do much either. After 4 Thieves and taking Onix out, we're only down 12 HP. Rhyhorn has the same issue, and after only 3 Thieves, only another 12 HP is gone. Now the true threat that Giovanni has, Kangaskhan. Turn 1, it doesn't use Rhyhorn's Tail Whip, and uses a special bite. Okay, Sludge does a little. Another bite. Another Sludge. Then he uses Tail Whip. Maybe this might actually be where it gets scary. What physical move will he use? The answer to that is none, because obviously Bite is better. And just like that, we got another first attempt victory. I think we can skip past Rival 4 because, well, that was beyond easy. The Ghastly gave us more of a challenge. With Thief, we pushed through. Now, as easy as those past few fights were, the difficulty really spikes here, and we're given quite a few options to do. Option 1, go through the routes and train. That doesn't sound fun to me. Option 2, train in Silphco. Same thing. Option 3 and 4, try to fight Rival 5 or try to fight Koga. At level 41, I went with possibly the hardest choice, the Rival. He leads with Pidgeot and gets hefty damage off wing attack. And Shockwave with a crit barely does 75%. It's not even a 2-shot normally. His second wing attack takes us to just above half health. Shockwave ends Pidgeot. Next up, Execute. And Sludge doesn't knock it out. And then Koffing's biggest weakness, Psychic Moves, takes us out. That was an Execute with just confusion. What possibly could Alakazam do to us? So let's make the smart decision and train against every trainer except you and every scientist in Silphco. Attempt 2, this time at 47. Wing attack still does a bit, but Shockwave might be a 2-shot. Huh? He swaps. You know what? That's fine. We take Execute out with a Sludge. And here we go. No longer a weak Abra. Alakazam uses Future Sight? Huh. So we can Sludge. And so close. There's no chance. That's a wrap. But another Future Sight? Alakazam somehow, some way goes down. Now Pidgeot is back, and Shockwave crits for the knockout. 60 HP, 2 Pokemon. Wait, Future Sight drops us down to 22 HP. Gyarados bites, gets a flinch, and so close, but we lost. I try again, but not much changes. Back to the drawing board. Maybe Koga is the answer. But first, let's get an important game corner TM. And no, it's not Shadow Ball yet. I opt for Thunderbolt because I'd like to be able to one-shot Pidgeot, and because we're about to fight a team mostly of Koffings and Weezings, and taking advantage of that special defense stat seems like the best chance. I also pick up Return because I realize it's going to be our strongest move, even over Stab Sludge. At this point in our run, I found out that unfortunately, Sludge Bomb is post-game on one of the islands. Koga time. He leads with my son, Koffing. And as expected, Thunderbolt one-shots. Let's go. Now the beefy, annoying Muck. A Thunderbolt does nothing, but you know what? It does paralyze Muck. Return seems to do more damage until Muck sets up Acid Armor. Thunderbolt fails to take Muck out. Hyper Potion. Return now does nothing. Thunderbolt to half. Acid Armor. Thunderbolt to red. And he heals. The worst part is I need to save Thunderbolts for Koffing and Weezing, but Return is not doing enough. We eventually take Muck down, but only with 19 HP remaining. Another easy Koffing. Now just Weezing. Thunderbolt's solid 3-shot, but we can only live 2. A few attempts later, with better strats against Muck, weakening to prevent the potion, we start Weezing with 78 HP. Thunderbolt, a little under half. And a second one brings Weezing to red. And without Koga healing, Weezing drops. It does seem Koga was the right choice, but that opens up Blaine as an option. I decide to try the Rival. I fail again and again, so I train at the dojo. But even then, I fail countless amounts of times. Okay, fine. Let's try Blaine. His fire types scare me. Fire being special and his moves sets being full of high power fire moves, I honestly don't think Koffing can take many hits. And to top it off, we start Intimidated, making return our best move weaker. So we go Thunderbolt. And what? It one-shots Growlithe? Probably thanks to a crit. Ponyta misses Fire Blast, and our Bolt does massive damage. Now, to see what Fire Blast will do, and no. That's almost half from just the Ponyta. And just like that, Rapidash blows us out of the water. This fight isn't happening soon. At this point, I really thought about using rare candies. And I tried our rival fight with a few, and the fight was even still out of reach. So I think the wiser decision is to save him, because we do have some scarier fights like Sabrina coming up. Where do we logically go from here? Blaine's impossible, the rival's impossible. So I go to option 1 ages ago and clear the whole east coast of Kanto and reach level 59. I do still have the bike route trainers, but seeing we got decently close at 57, I'm gonna try the rival. A little side note, at some point before now, I decided to put the Quick Claw on Koffing and attempt to put some luck in our favor. Pidgeot. We move first, and let's go the Thunderbolt one-shots. Execute follows behind. Alakazam? Calm Minds? Wow, giving us a free knockout with return. And then, we move before Gyarados with another one-shot. Full health going against Charizard. Charizard smoke screens. Huh? Thunderbolt doesn't finish. Charizard then uses Flamethrower, almost taking us out. All we need to do is hit. And let's go! The rival is done. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited to be moving and making progress, but I don't know if we have any shot at the last 2 rivals because of how bad that went. Giovanni was easy. We don't even drop below green health. And with that done, we can buy Shadow Ball. Well, we're here. Let's try Sabrina. Kadabra, one shot. Mr. Mime, one shot. Alakazam's Psychic is a one shot. So we need enough experience to prevent that. Let's use our trainers. And I guess the difference of 2 level does it because she uses Calm Mind, instead letting me take her out. Okay. Last was Venomoth, but that bug barely did damage with Psybeam. All we can do now is Blaine, but level 62 wasn't enough, and neither was 65. Well, we just beat who I felt was the biggest threat, Sabrina, and now I feel like nothing is stopping me from using the rare candies. Koga at level 70 with 2 rare candies in the bag. Growlithe is still a one-shot. Next, we outspeed Ponyta. Another one-shot. Rapidash's Fire Blast is a little more manageable as we take Rapidash out with 2 T-Bolts. 50 HP left. We Thunderbolt. Paralyze Arcanine? No, he breaks through and misses Fire Blast. Blaine then wastes a full heal as we knock out Blaine. 7 badges down. 1 final one left. I honestly don't know how to feel. We still can't do much to most of his Pokemon, but I did get rid of Thief to learn a more powerful Fire Blast. So let's attempt the fight. Turn 1, Fire Blast. Almost one-shots Rhyhorn as he lowers my speed. Hyper Potion, and this time it's a one-shot. Giovanni's non-rock Pokemon should be fine. Dugtrio Slash does next to nothing as Koffing plays Whack-A-Mole. Next up, Nidoqueen. I wonder what powerful move it will use. Poison Sting. Return doesn't kill. And although it's slightly stronger, Double Kick also does nothing. Nidoqueen down. Now, I'm sure Nidoking is stronger and won't choose the same exact moves as Nidoqueen. And lastly, we've already seen that Rhyhorn can't handle Fire Blast. All 8 badges down at level 71. And only 8 hours and 30 minutes. There's no way this could go terribly wrong. We can't beat the rival. Again, we're not even living Psychic. So yes, that means more training. All the way to 71. Pidgeot, the classic outspeed one-shot. Alakazam doesn't see the kill. Calm Minds. Shadow Ball one-shots. Rhyhorn barely lives a Fire Blast, but takes down himself with Takedown. Works for me. Gyarados, also a one-shot. We outspeed Charizard for massive damage. Charizard uses its face to be scary, and then our clutch Quick Claw pops for the T-Bolt knockout. I almost forgot about Execute, but that's another one-shot. I'm starting to feel more optimistic, but if I've learned anything from the people I've watched, the Elite Four can be brutal and ruin any run. And trust me, if you thought Rival, Fivel, Blaine, Sabrina was bad, my depths to insanity begin. Before that starts, I'd like to once again thank you guys for the massive support these past few months. Don't worry, the 500 sub special does not end here. It is a whole year-long project. You guys left so many suggestions on a short, so for once a month, for a whole year, I will be doing these types of challenge videos, saving the worst one for last. It's Elite Four time, and trust me, I am scared. Lorelei has strong special attacks. Agatha can be a game of luck with Hypnosis and Confuse Ray. Dragons are scary. I don't have an ice move. And I've struggled against our rival countless of times, and now he's even stronger. What level do you think I need to win? I think it's going to be high. I need to be able to at least one-shot our rival's Pokemon and not be a one-shot with Psychic causing Alakazam to set up. And even through that, Charizard is still going to be terrifying. Okay, Lorelei. I do have super effective hits on all of her Pokemon, but her bulk still might take it and dish out big damage with moves like Surf and Ice Beam. Dugong first. And Thunderbolt doesn't one-shot. She fires off an Ice Beam, doing about a third, and then she full restores as we shock back. And then a third Thunderbolt does the trick. Next up, Slowbro. Another very tanky Mon, but Thunderbolt does solid damage. And then her Amnesia saves us from more damage. And in case she heals, I go with the physical Shadow Ball. 2 down, 3 to go. Thanks to people I watch, I know Cloyster is physically defensive, and a Thunderbolt should one-shot. Well, whenever we can actually hit. Next up, Jinx, a frail but powerful Pokemon. Ice Punch, huge damage. Of course, it freezes. That's attempt 1. I try again and get back to Jinx. And this time she just puts me to sleep. She follows it up with a Detract. I guess I'm not hitting. But we wake up, immobilized by love. Ice Punch hurts, and thanks to another failed attack, we lose. Our only option is to probably level up some more. Back at it at level 21. 81. Dugong is closer to a one-shot, and with Hail, Slowbro is definitely a one-shot. Cloyster still likes to protect, but it is also a one-shot. Now, a little luck needed for Jinx, and we're faster. Maybe that was the Quick Claw, but we took it out with Shadow Ball. Lapras tanks a Thunderbolt, gets paralyzed, and lands a Confuse Ray. No, I don't want to lose to luck again. Koffing, please. Let's go, Lorelei down. Bruno time, and the one I'm afraid of the least. We connect with Fire Blast, and then take Onix out with Shadow Ball. 2 returns, take out Hitmonchan. Hitmonlee misses, and then goes down fairly easy. See? Why should I be worried at all? Onix number 2 does get a bit of damage though, due to taking Fire Blast and Shadow Ball, but still faints eventually. Last, and maybe least, Machamp. Going for Bulk Up, and then Scary Face, does no damage. Down goes Bruno. Agatha. This fight truly can go any way. She's so annoying with both Hypnosis and Confuse Ray as prominent moves in her moveset. First up, Gengar. Luckily for me, she goes for Shadow Punch, letting me knock out Gengar. Haunter. Another easy one-shot. Now, Gengar number 2. Hypnosis. Misses. That could have completely ruined this attempt. Golbat does land a Confuse Ray. Our Thunderbolt connects, and 1 Pokemon left. Arbok. She screeches. Could be bad if we don't land hits, but we break through, and Fire Blast does massive damage. It's gonna heal. So I swapped a Thunderbolt, and that looks like a potential 2-shot. We just really need to hit. Iron Tail hurts a little. We hit ourselves. Iron Tail hurts. We can only take one more hit. Iron Tail takes us to 11 HP. And we snap out, thank you, and take out Arbok. Are we really going to do this? I'm still not too sure about blue, but we've gotten this far. One more Elite Four member left, Lance. Lance leads Gyarados. Our attack stat is unfortunately going to be lowered the whole fight. Gyarados is still a one-shot though, after doing solid damage with Dragon Rage. Now, Aerodactyl, who doesn't really hurt, but barely lives a Thunderbolt. This would have allowed him to get another hit, but the Quick Claw saves us. Now the powerful pseudo Dragonite. I try for Thunderbolt and it does nothing. It does nothing. And then Outrage bodies us. Oh, I forgot. Dragon is special in this game. It seems impossible. I need more levels. And even then, it becomes a bit before we get back. Lorelei beats us. Counter Hitmonchan beats us. Lorelei wins again. And again. Agatha plays her sleep, confusion, and flinch games. And then we get back to Lance and lose in the same way. Level 88, not enough. But finally, at level 90, and with a little bit of Outrage confusion, Dragonite goes down. But now, with 12 HP, there's no way we can beat 2 Dragonair. At this point, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to change my training location. I was using the Bikers west to Celadon because I did not want Friendship to go down by losing training in the Elite Four. That was becoming slow, so I swapped methods. This also let me see how consistent the other fights were getting. And finally, at level 96, Lance becomes possible. Thunderbolt was still not a 3-shot, but thanks to Paralysis, Dragonite did nothing. First, Dragonair was an easy 2-shot, only landing a Dragon Rage. The second one, also a 2-shot, but paralyzed us. Dragonite Safeguards, can't move. Dragonite Hyper Beams, can't move. But thanks to Recharge, we have one more chance. And through sheer determination, we connect with Return. And finally, Lance is done. Now, I wish I could say the toughest fight was done. That we could waltz through the champion room and accept our crown. Well, looking at it, seeing as I still have an hour of recording to go through, I don't think that happens. In previous fights, outspeeding Pidgeot was key. And although his attacks don't do much, they did sometimes set up future Mon. And at level 96, we are in fact slower, allowing Pidgeot to do something worse. Sand Attack. We miss our first attack. Quick Claw erases that fail by allowing us to go faster. And now on to possibly the run ender. Alakazam. It used Psychic. It must see the kill. We survived? What? We survived a Psychic? Survived just to miss. Alakazam is gonna knock me out. Or Future Sight? Well, another turn that erases the consequence of the miss. Execute has now evolved into Executor, but our strategy remains the same. Shadow Ball, miss. And then Sleep Powder. And just like that, we lost. Maybe, just maybe, a couple more levels will do it. Level 98. Pidgeot is still faster, but doesn't use the awful Sand Attack. One down. Alakazam, reflects, okay. Does Shadow Ball still one-shot? It does. Back to Executor. I can't use Shadow Ball thanks to Reflect, so I have to hope for Fire Blast to hit, and it does. This is going way better. Now, we still don't have anything special for Rhydon, so another Fire Blast. It hits. We get slowed down thanks to Rock Tomb. We miss another Fire Blast, and as if the first speed drop wasn't enough, Rhydon uses Scary Face. Now he's faster. Takedown, small damage. We miss again and again. And takedown is really starting to pile up. But finally, we land it. 2 Pokemon left, 55 HP. I don't see us surviving Charizard. But hey, we have to first get to him. And I guess Gyarados has something to say because we don't even make it to Charizard. Level 100 is just around the corner. And if I can't do it then, there's no possible shot. At this point, I decided to save before the rival. He's the only real thing stopping us now from victory. First fight at level 100. Executor Sleep, lost. Fight 2. Charizard absolutely destroys me. Fight 3. Same thing. This might not be possible. I have to go into Charizard with at least half my health. And Koffing slow speed honestly prevents that. I guess that's it. There's no way I cannot beat Pokemon Fire Red with just a Koffing. That's what I would say if I wasn't insane and willing to do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Fight 4. Pidgeot does a little damage, but goes down. Alakazam reflects, goes down. Executor drops to a single Fire Blast like normal. Rhydon only gets off a scary face before dropping 2. Quick Claw. Gyarados down. Charizard with almost full health. This is the best chance I have. Charizard hits with a Fire Blast. Ooh. 110 damage, and he burns us. We need Thunderbolt to one-shot. But no. Charizard hangs on. And instead of taking us out of our misery, he heals. Thunderbolt doesn't do enough again. Full restore. Not a one-shot. And Burn takes us down. This loss was devastating. This far into the run and getting 1 HP away from victory, I'm devastated. But this fight did do a little good. It showed me I can win. Winning is possible. And with a little luck, there's 4 different ways we can get the win. Condition number 1. Paralyze Charizard after his last full restore. Could work. Condition number 2. Get Quick Claw to activate after the last full restore. Same chance. Condition number 3. Charizard's Fire Blast misses. Or 4. Get a crit on any turn. Playing for chances might not be ideal, but we need to win at all cost. And 2 fights later, we get back to Charizard with enough health. Fire Blast takes us down to 13 HP. Thunderbolt repays the damage. Paralysis. Wrong turn, but I feel inspired. Full restore number 1. No luck. Full restore number 2. No luck. Full restore number 3. No luck. And then full restore number 5. The magic happens. A critical hit. Let's go. We've done it. Koffing at level 100 with a time of 16 hours, 8 minutes, and 35 seconds has beaten Fire Red. This run was honestly brutal. From the start with Brock, even to the middle game against the rival Fievel and Blaine, and the treacherous Elite Four. There were honestly points where I believed there wasn't a chance. Incredible. Thank you guys again for the support in getting to 500 subs. But until next time, everyone, peace.